my precious lovers, today is the day of the story. The second part, yeah! Anyway, yes, that song was very strange because I didn't have any rhythm, I didn't have anything, the voice was a mistake, everything was a mistake. So let's just act like we didn't hear what happened just before, okay? And let's go to the story. I don't know if you remember, we are still speaking about Audray. You know Audray? The story of Audray. If you didn't saw the first part, I mean, I'm gonna put the link over here and down there so that you can go back and listen to the story when you're doing something. If you're cooking or doing something, this is the thing to do. Listen to the story. You don't even need to see my face. I mean, today I'm cute, but you don't even need to see my face. If you want to listen to the story and just listen and relax and do whatever you have to do, do you, boo? I don't know if you remember, but in the last episode, okay, Audray heard her ex-best friend from now on saying to one of the friends they had in common, saying that even if she was the last girl on earth, he will not touch her. Like with a disgust face, you know what I mean? So the girl was like, okay, I see you now, I see your face. Like heartbroken, the girl was like, what am I going to do? Am I supposed to go there and tell him his girlfriend was cheating on him after what he said, making fun of me? And both were laughing after that. You know what? She took her stuff and left. Yes, the girl left. Like that's the best thing to do, right? Because if you go there to try to justify, discuss, listening to what he's saying, like it was just a joke. Yeah, but you still hurt the girl. So the girl was like, I don't want to do that. We already saw that even in movies. Every time you go and try to say how you said that, it's not gonna make you feel better. So she took her things and left. Get back home, cried, and was so sad and everything. And she was like, you know what? If if he gets something from the girl because she's sleeping with both of those guys and get a disease or something, that will be for him. He deserves it. She was saying some bad stuff. I mean, when you're sorry, when you're sad, you say sometimes bad stuff. I'm not here to judge, you know. That happens to the best of us. When you're very sad, sometimes you say stuff that you maybe regret. I said maybe because sometimes you don't. And at that moment, she realized she didn't have anyone to speak to in case she was sad, and you know, because even if Christophe was her best friend, right? The guy wasn't that present for her, right? When she really needed to speak to someone, the guy wasn't there emotionally. I mean, he was there when they had to have fun, going out, drinking, and doing stuff. But let's be real. Emotionally, the girl was a little bit alone. Let's be honest, right? She was on the corner, the awkward girl helping them when they needed to, right? So she was like depressed, crying and stuff. And then, of course, days after that, she had to go back to work. So she blocked the number of Christophe and the other friends because she didn't want to speak to them. She needed to think and take time for herself. I mean, I would have what? If I was her, I would have done the same thing, because sometimes you need to focus on yourself to be able to know that you're on the right or the wrong, side of the story. So you have time to think about it. She needed. After a couple days, right? Adele, I'm trying to say that with the French accent. Adele, her colleague, realized that she wasn't great. Like she looked very sad and stuff. So because she needed to speak to someone, of course, Audray decided to speak about it to the girl. So the girl finished listening to her without cutting her, without trying to explain whatever and saying that she didn't understand anything. So for the first time, she was like, oh my God, finally someone is listening to me from the beginning to the end without trying to cut me. So she finished the story. And then the first thing Adele asked her was like, okay, the first thing, oof, my arm is so painful. Ugh. Give me a second. I don't know if you know it, but having a camera in your arm, it's not easy, right? Like, whew, Jesus. Anyway, so the first thing Adele asked her was like, okay, let's be honest for 5 seconds. Okay, if you were a guy, yeah, let's imagine for 5 minutes you are a guy and you see a girl exactly like you. Would you date yourself? And the answer was no. And then Adele asked her, yeah, so now you know. You have to work on yourself to be able to say one day, yes, I will be able to date myself because I'm cute and I believe in myself and because I know what I bring to the table, honey. That's what you have to work on. And she was like, yeah, maybe you're right. I need to work on myself. I have to take care of myself. But that's not easy. I don't know how other girls do it. And she was like, you just have to follow your heart and follow your favorite characters and your favorite TV shows. That's all. You have always those characters. You see them, you're like, that's it, sis. You're doing right. Yeah. That's how you know that's the kind of behavior you enjoy. And just follow it. That's all. So after that, our friend, yes, Audray, started like hanging out a little bit with Adele. She even met some of her friends and they used to speak together, you know, all the time, texting each other. So like Audray was starting to have a life again, going out sometimes, just drinking a little bit, going to the cinema, and she also was meeting other people, you know, having a social life again, and not running after a guy who didn't care about her. But another guy wasn't happy about it. Christophe didn't understand. He was like, why is she not answering my messages? She's not speaking to me on social media and she's not answering to my messages. So the guy decided to come to her job one day and try to see her at the end because he used to know at what time she was finishing the job. So he came a little bit before and saw her outside speaking to someone. So he came to her and tried to confront her, being like, why are you not answering to my calls? Did you block me? Blah, blah, blah. Who do you think you are? Blah, blah, blah. So the girl was like, I don't want to speak to you. If you're like this, I don't want to speak to you, first of all. And you're not here coming to the place I work and gonna start screaming around because, I mean, this is my job. This is serious, right? But the guy was still screaming, being like, who do you think you are? Do you really think you can do that to me? If you have a problem, you have to tell me, blah, 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 blah. And he was starting to be a little bit pushy, you know, a little bit angry and pushy. So at that moment, one guy came in the middle of it and pushed the other guy, pushed Christophe in the other corner, like, you have to relax right now. If you don't move on, I call the police. So Christophe was like, maybe I should move because the guy looks strong. You know, the guy used to look strong. So that guy took our friend Audray and get back to the building where she's working and was like, maybe you should go and see some of your colleagues because you don't look that well. Because our girl was sweating. She wasn't comfortable. She was like shocked that the guy, Christophe, could be like aggressive to her because they have been friends for a long time. Why would he be behaving like this, you know? So the girl is like, you know what, let's go. So the guy helped her bring her to a building and explain the situation to her colleagues. So Audray was like just sitting there and the guy explained what happened. Then Adele, the new friend, the new one, the clean one, said, okay, listen, I have my car today, so I can drive you home, no problem, just relax, everything is fine, blah, 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 blah. And she said to her, like, you know, you should still send him a message and explaining to him that you know what happened and whatever and everything. And she said, okay, I will. But for the moment, I'm just shocked. I just want to go home. So together they go back home, whatever. And then during 2 weeks, our girl was still working and seeing that guy who helped her. So they used to start speaking to each other, like in the elevator. So he explained to her that he was built like working in the same building, but not on the same level for another company, right? So every time they see each other, they would say, hi, how are you? So she knew now his name was Adrien. So the guy is cute, you know, she's like, the guy is, he looks okay. He's fine, you know, he's fine. But she's like, I'm not in the mood right now. Every time I fell in love with someone, we know how the thing finished. Right now, I'm just focusing on myself. You're cute, you're very nice, thank you for your help, but I know you guys, when you're nice to people, it's not because sometimes you want just to smash, and I'm not here just to be smashed. I'm here to have a relationship and having real love. And right now, after what happened to me right now, I just have to focus on myself. So the girl was like, okay, we speak to each other, we see each other, but they never eat together or whatever. They were just speaking to each other, right? So after that, our cute Audray received a proposition for a mission somewhere else. Like, she had to take the flight, like during 1 week working somewhere else for a very big fashion magazine for pictures. So the girl was so excited about it. So she was like, okay, I will not be there for 1 week. Maybe I should send an email for that dumbass that used to be my friend and let him know what happened. So she spoke about all of it, saying what she heard, what happened, and also what she saw about the girlfriend. So she was like, at least I'm saying to him, now he does whatever he wants to do. If you want to check or if you want to speak to the girl, that's none of my business, right? And she prepared herself to go for the business travel. And when she arrived at the airport doing the check-in, who does she see? I don't know if it's English. She saw our friend Adrien. Adrien was in the airport. They will go in the same city together. So they took the flight together, sitting together, speaking together. Do you see? So, speaking together. So they really enjoyed the company of each other, taking the flight and everything. They looked very happy. She was very surprised to see Adrien be so happy to see her, and she was also happy to see him. I mean, a cute guy being happy to see you. You will be happy too. Let's be honest, honey. Anyway, so what do you think is gonna happen in the next episode? Is Audray gonna be dating somebody else, or is she gonna be dating Adrien? Or what do you think about the reaction of the asshole Christophe? Why I'm saying Christian? Gosh, I'm tired. Christian is my cousin. Sorry. Who do you think she's gonna date? And what do you think will be the reaction of that asshole when he see the email? I wait for your comments. I want to know what you're gonna think about it. Do you think her reaction was the best one? What would you do if someone do that to you? Anyway, I want to see your comments. I can't wait to see your comments. I see you on the next one. I'm so excited. I really want to know what you're gonna say about it. Anyway, I see you on the next video. Double kisses on your forehead. See, now I know where to do the kiss.